Hey guys, it's me, Miss Doolittle. So what we're going to do today is we're going to find the line of best fit. First I'm going to read the problem and then explain to you what I already did. The table at the right gives you the number of hours spent studying for a science exam and the final exam grade. Draw a scatter plot of the data and draw in the line of best fit. So as you can see, the hours of studying are somewhere between 1 and 5. So when I created my x-axis, I made my numbers to go through 1 to 6. The second part that I looked at was my y-axis. As you can see, the grades, the smallest grade here is a 60 and the largest grade here is a 93. So I started my y-axis from 60 all the way up until 95. Now that I've created my, labeled my axes, then I just plotted my points. So I plotted 384, I plotted 277, I plotted 593, and so on and so forth until I plotted all my points. Once I have my data plotted, then the easy part now is just drawing my line of best fit. When I draw my line of best fit, I want it to go in the middle of all of my points to show the trend. So as you can see here, this is a positive trend. The more hours I'm studying, the higher my grade is. So that's how I should have my trend line, moving up in a positive direction through my data. Now that I drew my line, what I need to do now is I need to find the equation of it. Okay, and I'm going to do that by starting off step 1, which is to find 2 points that fall on our line. This right here is a point that I plotted. So I already know that point. That point is 593. There's no other points that I plotted that actually fell on my line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a perfect point, one that perfectly falls on my line. And as you can see, this point here perfectly falls on my line at the ordered pair 275. So I'm also going to write that ordered pair down, 275. Now that I have my 2 points, now I'm going to use my slope formula, which we all know already as y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is x1, this is y1, this is x2, this is y2. Great, so now I just need to substitute. 93 minus 75 over 5 minus 2, which gets me 18 over 3, which reduces to 6. And as you all know, this is my m value. This is my slope. Great. Now I need to find my b. And to find my b, I have to plug in my m. And I also have to choose an order pair to plug in. I'm going to choose 2 and 75. I could have chose 5 and 93, but I'm going to choose to use the easier numbers. All right, so now I'm going to plug that into y equals mx plus b, slope-intercept form. I'm going to plug in my y, I'm going to plug in my m, and I'm going to plug in my x. All right, as you can see, my y value was 75 equals, well, my m value was 6. My x value is 2 plus b. Great. Now I'm just going to solve for b. Well, what is 6 times 2? So 75 equals 12 plus b. My last step will be to get b alone by subtracting 12 to both sides, which gets me 63 equals b. Good. So now I have another piece of information. Now I have my b. My final answer is the equation of the line, where I now need to plug in my slope and my y-intercept. So y equals, well, my slope was 6 times x plus my b value, which we found out to be 63. Now I have the equation of my line. All right, if you need help with this, come and see me.